The most recent issue of Empire magazine put out a new article all about the upcoming series Andor. There are some fun details inside that I wanted to discuss. First, it reiterates what we already knew about the series structure. 2 seasons of 12 episodes each. The first season will cover 1 year of Cassian's life about 5 years prior to the events of Rogue One. The second season will cover 4 years of his life all the way up to the film. But Gilroy said that the second season will be structured into 4 3-episode arcs. Each of the 4 directors, Toby Haynes, Susanna White, Benjamin Caron, and Tony Gilroy, will take 3 episodes each to cover 1 year. It's unclear if that means the 3 episodes will span an entire year, or they might each show one significant event from Cassian's life during that specific year. For example, we could get 3 entire episodes about how Cassian met K2SO. All 3 episodes could happen in quick succession, or it might be that he and the droid meet in one episode, and then we jump a few months and they go on their first mission together in the next episode, and then we jump a few months more and we get an episode where they really start to work together. Either way, I think it's a neat idea. Kinda gives off a Clone Wars vibe where each director really gets to focus on their arc and their year. And I should point out, I don't think Season 1 is following that structure with arcs, but it might be. Tony Haynes is directing the first 3 episodes, Susanna White has the next 3, then Benjamin Caron, and then Tony Haynes again. Gilroy was going to direct some, but then backed out because of COVID. But the directors still have 3-episode chunks. So maybe we can expect to see some distinct voices and themes for every quarter of the season. But moving on from structure, the article discusses Mon Mothma's attempts to effect change in the Galactic Empire to make the galaxy a better place for everyone, an obviously losing battle since she eventually creates the Rebel Alliance, but I think that's an interesting starting point for her in this series. We've been told Cassian will be going through an emotional journey where he learns he needs to wake up and make some sacrifices. Mothma might be going through something similar where she has to realize that nobody around her in the Senate is willing to wake up, at least not without someone to lead them. I'm really glad to see that she sounds like she might be a straight-up co-lead in this series. Gilroy goes on to say, if Star Wars is a very successful restaurant, we're in the kitchen. We're the molecular, the granular, we're behind, underneath. I enjoy that quote. A New Hope and the rest of the original trilogy gave us a very wide view of the Rebel Alliance. In the past, it's always been books and comics that dug a little deeper, and then we got Rogue One, where we got more into the nitty-gritty of these people who didn't have the Jedi to swoop in and save them. They had to do it themselves. We saw the more day-to-day life of the Rebellion and the Empire, and I can't wait to revisit those ideas. And the final little note from the article I want to cover says that the entire series is 1,500 pages of script. A general rule of thumb is that each page of a screenplay is equal to 30 to 60 seconds of screen time. So if we split the difference to 45 seconds per page, that means each episode on average would be about 45 minutes long. That sounds good, pretty standard. Every episode should be somewhere between 30 and 60 minutes. I'm in full-on speculation mode doing math on Gilroy's random quote, but with the longer 12-episode seasons, I was curious if that meant shorter runtimes, and I'm glad to see that that's probably not the case. But that's it for new details on Andor. We're less than 2 months away from the series, and I'm still very excited to see what this spy thriller will bring. I'm hoping for something very new and fresh, still connected to the Skywalker saga in some ways, still part of that same familiar time period, but I think the different genre is going to put a new spin on things. Let me know what you think of these new details in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for all our Andor coverage, follow us on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.